Here we are back again at the home page, and again we're continuing to deal with contacts. Contacts, again, are the most important part of your email campaign, and they are also the heart and soul of your business. So treating them with a great deal of respect in such a way that you hold on to and develop from them as many new contacts as you can is the object of any email campaign or autoresponder campaign. So we're going to go here, and the last two items we have is the suppression of an email list or the suppression of an email domain. We're going to deal with the suppression of the list first. And when we click that button, it brings up emails that have already been suppressed in those various lists. So we're going to go to the Adams County one here where we had 135,000 email addresses that have already been suppressed. And we're going to hit the next button. And when we do, we see the content of that file and the date that they were suppressed, okay? So consequently, this gives you an idea of what's in that file and how many of those emails have been suppressed and on what date. Now, what is the suppressed email? A suppressed email occurs when you upload from your computer a list of contacts. And the computer makes a decision on the contacts based on the content of the fields within your within that particular contact. And so consequently, if something does not look as though it should, it will automatically suppress that email. And the way that you would go in there would be to go ahead and go into this suppressed list, and you would go in and you could edit that particular email here, and you could go ahead and save whatever changes you made to it. In other words, you're suppressing that one contact within that list. Now you say it was already suppressed. It was suppressed, but when you go through this procedure, you take it out completely. You're just not suppressing it and holding it in suspension. Now you say, why do I need to know this? Realistically, you really don't, because of the fact that it occurs automatically. And we want you to understand that it does exist. Not only can you do this on the basis of every single email that you have, but you can also suppress based on an email or a domain. Now, a domain is something like Gmail, Ymail, Yahoo, Cincy.rr.com. Any extension after the @ sign indicates a domain. Domains are bought and sold. Domains go out of business. For example, you work for a realtor, and a realtor develops his own domain through a website that he developed. And so now you have your email, jacksmith@sipseykleinmadeira.com. Wonderful situation. You have a very personalized email, but all of a sudden, your real estate broker decides to sell his Sipsey Klein entity to someone else. So he sells it to them, but they don't want it to say Madeira anymore. They want it to say Indian Hill. So they redo the domain, they redo the email addresses, and now every one of the email addresses that had been issued to you and to your fellow workers no longer work, and so anytime someone tries to send you an email, it is suppressed. And if you try to upload it, it is suppressed. Now, you can force suppress, so if you find out that, hey, Sipsey Klein Madeira is out of business and all the email addresses are no longer in there, you can go through there and suppress every one of those lists or every one of those emails, that are listed to that domain, all in one fell swoop. Now, I'm not going to labor the point on this because this is really something that gets very deep, and you really never want to lose a contact out of your contact list unless you have to. So the use of this particular process is not really something you want to learn, nor do you want to practice very often. The only reason why I'm going over it is because it is in the drop-down box. People see it, And they do ask the question, well, what does it mean? So now you have not a complete answer, but you have a satisfactory enough answer to understand what it's there for and know enough to stay away from it. Okay, again, I wish you the best of luck with the use of our email program and look forward to any problems that you may have. Just simply hit the help button. Our staff will get in touch with you either by email, or if you provide us with a phone number, we'll get in touch with you by phone. Make it a great day.